Dan, is there an added pressure to kind of get Pitt back to being one of the sack leading programs in the country after the dip last year?
Yeah, for sure, man. Since the drop from last year, man, I've been waking up every day just thinking, like, how can I do better? What's the next step? Like, how do we get back to the top? So, there's a lot of pressure on me, me being a senior. So, I'm definitely here, ready to show next year.
How do you set that tone for everyone else to follow you and as far as showing up every day and doing the right things, especially with a new D line coach?
That's just being in front of the line, like every drill, hustling, like trying to run to the ball, like doing stuff that he wants me to do, so I could just lead the room. Like we had a little discussion the other day about me just being more, serious, and that's stuff I got to do since I'm the leader.
And what is different with this defensive line?
This defensive line, I think this defensive line is like, I think there's a lot of players that's on the upcoming, so it's gonna be a lot of new building blocks, new stones. Like there ain't nobody here from last year that's really, did something. I did all right last year, but it's gonna be a new wave. So like we were breaking down on new era because it's gonna be something new that we built, that we gonna build with Coach Dallas.
How are you handling the pressure of building up the defensive line to where it was?
It ain't easy, man. Since I'm a senior, it's hard. I think it's hard because like everyone's looking at you. You know what I mean? Like usually I was looking at Elijah, Pat Jones, Weaver. Now they're looking at me. So I just gotta win every day and just whenever they like keep offering my help and keep guiding them the right way.
Draco was milking at you?
I do and I don't. It's pros and cons, but I gotta accept it and I'm willing to take that.
How different is Coach Dow's style compared to what you experienced with Coach Partridge?
They're both incredible coaches. Coach Dallas, I like him because he's a little bit more like he got more passion, not more passion, but he got more emotion. Like he's more rah. Partridge like that too, but Partridge is like a dad. Dallas is like an uncle. Dallas is like more like laid back. So just pros and cons to both. But I love both.
Yeah. What are we going to notice? You mentioned there's a lot of new guys. Who's going to jump out when fans watch the spring game?
I think y'all's going to like, to me, I think Nate Metcalf's been doing great. Nakai and Sincere. And Francis, man, y'all going to like Francis. I like Francis a lot. He's funny. I like him. You're going to like Francis. So, it's going to be a lot of young guys showing up this year, man. And I'm happy to see it because it's a young player's game.
What's the biggest thing that you feel that you had to work on as a pass rusher to get in the backfield more often and create those sack opportunities?
Yeah, I made a cut up in all my passes and runs, and I think after evaluating myself when I get off, like I was playing too conservative. So that's the next, that's my goal this off season and this spring is to get off the ball, and I've been doing it. So I just got to put it on, game day, and it'll be great.
How do you work on that? Like, what's like a drill or a practice that you get into?
It's more of a mindset, because you gotta think about it, just get off. Like if it's pass or run, just get off. Like it don't matter, just go. Because if you go, you never know what may happen. Good things happen when you go.
You said you were playing conservative, but you don't have a conservative personality, though.
Yeah, I don't. I don't. But it was my first year starting, man. I thought it was gonna be just a walk in the park, but it ain't. So I was a little nervous out there, but I think coming to my second year starting, it's gonna be very different and very better. It's gonna be way better.
What did you think when you heard that they wanted to move Nakai inside from the end of the year?
Yeah, like Doozy said, like Nakai, he's Elijah's a different type of player. But he got something. Like, he got a little twitch to him that's very different. That will definitely help him because he's, I think anybody who moves from DN to D tackle, to me, is a pro because you're much faster down there.
You know him pretty well. Is it once you started seeing him work out at D tackle, were you like, oh, that fits?
Yeah,
well.
he got that twitch, like he got that boot. It's just like fast. His first step. That's what I like about the guy. He's down there with the D tackles. I think that's what that's what we needed last year. Just a D tackle that had a little bit more twitch to him. He's lighter, so it helps him. So I think it's definitely a good addition to have him down there.
What's the biggest benefit to practicing against an offense that likes to play high tempo and likes to play very fast?
It's a big benefit because your stamina, you get used to it. You get used to everything going fast. So when we get in the regular season, teams gonna go slow, and we're gonna eat that all up.
How's that going from a communication standpoint?
That's the hard part, getting the lines and commission. That's the hard part about it. That makes it's chaotic, but we adapted to it, so we ready. So anybody who do that against us, I hope they know.
What does Elliott bring to the table this year that you think that he maybe didn't have before?
Last year, I would say his confidence. I think he's waking up every day, just coming to practice, ready to play. Like, he's more confident. Like, he's doing the right things. Like, I think he's way more confident than last year.
Pat talked about, we asked him about the sack numbers, and he said one thing is it's also the offense. You guys had to defend the run a lot, and so you guys weren't as many and aggressive chances. How do you block that part out, though? Like, as a defense, you can't worry about what the offense does. You got to worry about yourselves.
It's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard when, the other side's struggling, but, you got to just take it on the chin and just keep trying, man. It was hard last year, man. Like, I've been watching film, man. We didn't get a lot of passes, man. RPOs, runs. It was hard. But, this new offense, I believe is going to definitely show some different things. High-powered.
Who are you, like, matching up with most? Like, more Branson, more Ryan?
I pick my days. I go against one day, then go against the next one. I go against both here. Every other day I switch. So, because my left side is my best side. So Branson's on the right side. So I try to stay over there.
Anything else for Dayon?
Dayon, you mentioned Sincere and Francis. What makes them so good players? And they are early enrollees, they're just freshmen, so what makes them so good?
Well, man, I ain't gonna cap. Your fatigue, man, they're very strong, fast. They came in already squatting 400, benching 400. Like, listen, man, we got lucky with them, man. God, we got lucky with them. Yeah, they're just different. Like, the new era is just changing. Like, everybody's just more polished coming into college, and I'm glad we got them.
What was the last thing you remember Coach Partridge telling you before you left, as far as just like your connection with him?
Last thing Partridge told me before he left, that he's a call away, man. Anything I need, any advice I need, I can just pick up in college, man. He's a good man, and I'm happy for him. Hopefully he give me some tickets to the game.
With Pro Day last week, obviously you saw Kalijah go through it last year, David go through it last week. How much motivation does that give you?
Gives me a lot of motivation, man. I'm up next, gotta have a good year, and we'll have a good year. So, I've been changing, man. I've been going to church, going to Bible study every Wednesday. I was just at my pastor's house. So, I've been trying to change the little stuff and be more, locked in on life.
How much has that spiritual journey helped you?
Helped me a lot, man. I got the Bible app, so I always play it in the shower. So, I'm focused, man. God's helping me. I'm just happy to connect with him because I know he will help me get to where I need to be.
How did you become applying that to?
I knew I was lacking something in life, and I just didn't know what it was. So I just had to, I'm like, let me just go to church, man. And it just kept going. Like, I've been going a couple months since I've been going to church and Bible study. So I love it. I just got my Bible yesterday. So, I'm happy.
Was your faith important in your family growing up as a kid, and maybe something that you kind of didn't have to pay attention to as much when you got into college?
It wasn't. That's the thing. Like, I didn't. Like, my mom believes in God. Like, they told. Like, we didn't really go to church together. But I knew there was a God. I just knew there was something, but I just didn't know how to connect. And I was, hesitant because I didn't know which way to go, what to believe in. There's so many religions. So I just, went to church and just said, I'm gonna just stick to this path and pray every night. Read the Bible every day. He's helping me every day.
Thank you, Dayon.
Have a good day.